What's up, Internet? It's the Big Boss Dog, and as you know, about a week ago, Microsoft released their E3 conference. Now, I thought it was pretty cool. We had Halo Infinite, Fallout 76, Gears of War 5, but I was most excited for the new Cuphead DLC announced in 2019. The trailer itself was pretty fantastic. It had a very nice old-timey feel to it. The camera blurred in and out sometimes. It wasn't focused. It was all done on purpose to replicate the old TV, which Cuphead is all about. And I thought the trailer was really well put together, from the way the characters have the same animations that just loop over and over again, like in the old Mickey Mouse cartoons, to the overall presentation. Everything was perfect. And I am actually really excited for it, because I wanted them to add a new character, some new weapons, some new charms, because I thought it was kind of going to be like the old video games, where if you beat the game or did some secret stuff, you would get bonus things, but it's pretty much what's in the game is what you get. And there was a few secrets around the map, so I'm very happy with what they're adding. Also, I'm glad they're doing something with the legendary Chalice, because as you all know, she only made an appearance during the Mausoleum levels, and they were all pretty easy. I mean, you couldn't really get hurt, you just had to parry, and she didn't do anything besides give us upgrades. So I think having her be an additional playable character is pretty cool. In fact, she's the second playable character besides Cuphead if you play single. At least, I'm under the impression that she's going to be the only character we can pick between, because right now you have to play as Cuphead if you're in single player. So maybe she'll have some different things about her. Maybe she jumps higher, runs faster, or maybe she can only use the new weapons and charms, or maybe she's the only one that can be on this new island that they're giving us. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work. It could even be that she's replacing Mugman in this adventure. Who knows? I thought that the concept of having an entire island themed around desserts was really cool. So from what I've gathered, a lot of people don't like the idea of a themed island, but that just means they haven't been paying close enough attention, because the 4 worlds that we have now have all been themed. The first world had a natural theme, which is why you were running through the forest, fought potatoes and flowers and all that stuff, and then even the Hildeberg was supposed to represent astrology and constellations and stuff like that, as somebody pointed out to me in one of my past videos. So the second island, was carnival themed, the third island was city themed, and the last world was themed around hell, right, or casinos. So I really like the idea. Now, the two things that I'm curious about that they didn't really touch on, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, I want to know why the DLC is going to take so long to get released. And don't tell me it's because everything is hand-drawn. I know that, but after all this money they're making, they could definitely hire some staff and make it happen this year. That's not a far stretch. So that makes me draw the conclusion that they're doing something else that they're not telling us. I think that they're adding an online mode. I think that's why it's going to take a whole nother year for this DLC to get released. I think they're finally going to give us online multiplayer play, so we can play Cuphead with people online. They don't have to come over to your house and play it with them. So I think that's really cool. And if they do that, that would be just that would be something that they should definitely do, because that's what fans have been asking for since this game came out, is online play. And more importantly, they've been asking why there isn't online play in the first place. The other thing I kind of wanted to touch on is the new character they introduced, Chef Salt Baker, I think that's his name, I'm not sure. The chef character they introduced, I'm not entirely sure what they're gonna do with him. I don't know if he's an antagonist or not. He's definitely not a playable character, because they specified that the legendary Chalice was a playable character. They didn't specify anything with him, and they even showed the legendary Chalice running at the end of the trailer. So my theory is that he's kind of going to be, he's either going to be the boss of the island, or he's going to be like an Elder Kettle type figure. Also, I just thought of this, but it's a good point to bring up. I'm curious if this island unlocks after you beat the game, or if it'll be unlocked from the get-go. That I would like to know that. I've beat the game already. I beat it on Expert, actually. I'm just not sure how much the people that haven't beat that game would appreciate it if it had to be unlocked through a completion or up to a certain point. Because I know some people that are still stuck on the first, the first aisle still, even though the game's been out for like, I think, a year now. Yeah, even though the game's been out for like a year though. But you know what? Either way, I'm very curious to see what they're gonna do. We all knew that a sequel or DLC was obvious for this game. It was a hit. It's definitely a huge indie game, and it deserves to be so. I don't think it's the best game in the universe, but it definitely did what it was trying to do, and it did it very well. You know, it's a hard game, it's a platformer game. It reminds me of the old video games I used to play, and some of the ones you still find in pizza parlors today when they only have 1 or 2 arcade machines left. I do like the game, but I don't know why it's taking them so long for this to come out. Unless they're doing something special with what they told us they're giving us, I don't think it should take a whole year. You know what I mean? Unless they refuse to hire new people, or they're trying to take their time with it. I don't know why it's going to take so long. The last thing I wanted to talk about is who the new bosses are going to be and what the new weapons are going to be. As a lot of you know, there's plenty of cut material from this game, including a couple of cut weapons and a couple of cut bosses. So I'm wondering if they're going to polish that up and ship it away to us as DLC. I think that's highly possible, but until 2019, we're not going to know. But if you guys have any theories or ideas of what they're going to do for this DLC outside of what they told us they're going to do, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I'm going to read all the comments for this video. I'm really interested in seeing what you guys are going to come up with, and I really want 2019 to come faster because I'm very excited to play this game. And obviously I'll do all DLC weapons tested and ranked and all those types of videos I used to do. I'll do that for all the DLC weapons too, and I'll play through it, and I'll continue Cuphead as hard. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like if you haven't. Make sure you have subscribed if you haven't, and ring the bell button. It does make a huge difference. And I will see you all next time. Peace.
Coming like this. What? Fantasize about the money.